Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Goblin Putrid combo deck in Timeless format. Now I've done this a couple times in Historic format, but in Timeless, we have more tools. We have more broken tools to make this potentially more broken. So in Timeless, we have access to Dark Ritual and Deathrite Shaman, which means that turn 2 combo is a possibility. So on turn 2, if you play Dark Ritual, you can go into First Day of Class, into Putrid Goblin, and if you played a Skirt Prospector on turn 1, you can get infinite mana by sacrificing the Putrid Goblin because the First Day of Class says, whenever a creature enters the battlefield this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains haste until the end of the turn. And it also says Learn. And what that means is you can grab a lesson card from the sideboard, and in our case, we're going to be grabbing Mascot Exhibition. So when you sacrifice a Putrid Goblin, the First Day of Class is going to negate the Persist. So it's going to keep coming back onto the battlefield, and that is going to generate infinite mana. And now that we have grabbed the Mascot Exhibition, we can play that card. And because we played First Day of Class, all the creatures entering the battlefield is going to get a +1/+1, which means we're going to have 13 power coming in with haste with Mascot Exhibition. And because we also play Giganta in the same deck, that means you can keep sacrificing the Putrid Goblin, and Giganta is going to come in with a +1/+1 counter and a haste, and that's going to generate additional 6 power. So all of a sudden, you have 19 damage from Mascot Exhibition and Giganta with haste, and Putrid Goblin that you just played this turn also has haste, and Skirt Prospector also can attack this turn, so that is 22 damage going in if they don't have a blocker. Now that's a lot of damage. Another thing you can do in this deck is if you don't have a Skirt Prospector, you can get a Goblin Bombardment down with either a First Day of Class or Thran Vigil. That'll also put a +1/+1 counter on Putrid Goblin. So this way, you can keep sacrificing the Putrid Goblin to the Goblin Bombardment and just kind of win the game as well. Now, if you don't have Goblin Bombardment, but you have a Goblin Matron, you could play the Goblin Matron by generating infinite mana with the Skirt Prospector and Putrid Goblin, and you could grab something like Pashalic Mons to kill your opponent without having to attack with your creatures. But let's say you don't have a First Day of Class or Thran Vigil, but you have everything else. Then you could grab a Grum Gully with the Goblin Matron, and that'll be able to generate a +1/+1 counter whenever a Putrid Goblin dies and comes onto the battlefield. So along with Goblin Matron and Demonic Tutor, we have 5 copies of Tutor in this deck, but Goblin Matron is going to be a little bit more consistent just because we also have 4 copies of Goblin Trap Finder, which can also potentially get Goblin Matron, and that could also get either a Skirt Prospector or a Putrid Goblin. So we want Goblin Matron more than the Demonic Tutor, but Demonic Tutor isn't bad either. So having said that, we're going to be jumping into some Timeless Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on her. Okay, turn 1 Deathrite Shaman, turn 2 Putrid Goblin. I could even go Deathrite Shaman, turn 2 Ritual Goblin Matron? No frickin' way. No frickin' way I'm playing against Leyline of the Void. No. That's my first game. I have to play against a Leyline of the Void. No frickin' way. Yep. That's my first game. Really? Interesting. I mean, Goblin Bombardment was kind of absolutely insane. It's actually pretty insane. Because it denies March. Should I just chain all the Goblin Matrons together? Maybe that's what... That's what I should do. Like, that's the most damage, right? With the bombardment. They are playing Devotion, so they're gonna have Gary, which is kind of concerning. Demonic Tutor. A Bowmaster. They went face. Okay. Maybe I should have actually killed the Orcish Bowmaster instead, actually. Right? If I kill this, they take 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9. They take 9 damage total. 10 damage, actually. No, it's actually 11, right? It's exactly 11 right now. I just used the Deathray Shaman. Yeah, it's exactly 11. I can't believe we won this one. Yeah, I don't know how we won this one. I like how it tapped all of the red sources, but... we still have enough damage. That's why Goblin Barman is just so good. Okay, great game one. We literally dodged the bullet. Okay, Pithing Needles. Maybe a Rolling Vortex. It's actually pretty interesting. Because of the ley line, they're probably gonna keep the ley lines, right? Should I take out the first day of class? Should I take out the first day of class for Rolling Vortexes? Yeah, it's very interesting because I'm not gonna be able to combo through a ley line, and if they try to mulligan into it, I'm kind of screwed. Yeah, same with the Thran's visual. We're just gonna go with the creature plan. It's kind of bleak, but I'll keep it. Necropotent start. Scourge Prospector is actually very good against Necropotents because they can't just gain life. We also want to fetch first against this deck because they probably have a lot of Ashocks, like potential Ashock. I'm not saying they will have it, but it's a possibility. Deep Cavern Bat. That's a weird one. Yeah, that's a weird one. Because I did play Orcish Bowmaster last game. They have to take the Goblin Bombardment, like, there's no choice. We did sideboard out all the combos though. And this time they didn't have a ley line. Which is interesting, I thought they were gonna mulligan for ley line. Interesting. Let's try attacking first. See if they block. Oh, Nykthos. That's a reason to Bowmaster this on my turn. This does, you know, the Inquisition is going to get rid of the Goblin Bombardment, but I think it's okay. At least they're not gaining life with the Deep Cavern Bat. But this Inquisition was going to take away my Goblin Orcish Bowmaster anyways, so I think it's okay. Oh, to get more I see. Kind of wish we get Rolling Vortex next turn. Opponent is treading the dangerous territory. So I guess they can get play Gary here, get some life. Another Deep Cavern. I guess Deep Cavern into Gary maybe? Seven. There's that Gary. Expected. Top deck Bombardment still wins me the game. Potentially. They go to 8. I guess we were dead if they get another Gary. Attack all. It's really unfortunate Orcish Bowmaster is not a goblin. Imagine if it was. Deathrite Shaman. A Goblin Matron. Might be just dead here if they have another Gary. A Bowmaster. Into a Gary, okay. Okay, so they refused to mulligan last time. Mulligan this time. I do wonder. I mean, I feel like, is Rolling Vortex even good? Should we just go for the combo route this time? We're also going first. Let's try it. Okay, okay. Got a Shaman out. I just messed up. I could have played a Skirt Prospector as well. I was thinking about cracking the Wooded Foothill for like future surveillance, but I forgot we have a Deathbright Shaman. Right? Forgot we had a Deathbright Shaman. I guess it wouldn't have mattered since they played a Gifted Aetherborn. I wasn't going to be able to attack with the Skirt Prospector anyways. I want them to play a discard spell. Come on. Show me a discard spell. Show it to me! Are they trying to kill this? Maybe they have a Fatal Push. I was like, how do they play Necropotence? But I forgot they have a Sunken Citadel there. I feel like as long as they don't get Gary, we might be able to win. Okay. I think we won. If I'm not mistaken, I think we won. Let me just do the math. 1, 2... There's no spells in the yard. Okay, we won. Wow. We didn't even have to combo. Ooh. I think that's a mulligan. Kind of an unfortunate keep. I think I'll keep something like this. We'll surveil first. I don't think we need that. Since we have a Goblin Bombardment. My opponent's probably like, what is happening? Why is there a Pashalik Mon in the graveyard? Wait, no way. No way we're playing against the same deck. Didn't we just play against this deck? Looks like they have a Bowmaster. Interesting. Shaldr's Edict main deck. Phyrexian Arena. Okay, what's going on? I actually have to play Giganta. Yeah, that's a Giganta for you. We just kind of win if we get any of our tutor cards or our Putrid Goblin here. Oh, it's a vampire deck. Yeah, any of the Putrid Goblins and we win the game. I can't attack because of that touch. What? This deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counter. Whenever a creature an opponent dies, if its toughness was... Okay, so it's only on combat damage, right? Am I understanding this right? Come on. It's taking too long to get to, It's taking so long to find 5 of our tutor spells or 4 of our Putrid Goblins. That's 9 cards. That is 9 cards. 9 cards we can get and just straight up win the game. I expected it, but I just need my opponent to kind of tap out at the moment, honestly. I guess gaining life is a lot better at this point. Let's go for Duskleason Zealot just because it's a vampire. Okay, that's fine. Hello? Any of our tutor spells? Any of our tutor spells? Okay, I'm gonna force out that. I'm gonna force them to tap out here. Wow. That's interesting. Really? It doesn't seem like they have anything. Like, look, there's no trigger. Come on. Draw? You gotta be kidding me here. Game, how can you do this to me? How can you do this to me? It's crazy. Forgot to sacrifice. I think it might be over if they have another Sheoldred's Edict. I think that was my last chance there. Or what opponent has is like another Bowmaster that also loses me the game. Absurd. Okay. Any Putrid Goblins? I'll take any Putrid Goblins. What is this? I mean, probably a removal spell. You know what the best card to get is off of this Goblin Trapfinder? Is the 3-mana tutor spell. Because that puts a body, so even if they have a third Sheoldred's Edict, We're good, right? Oh god. Last chance. If this is a Bowmaster, we lose the game though. If I don't get a tutor card off of this card. So technically a lethal, right? Technically a lethal. But if they have something here, we lose the game. Seems like they don't have anything. Oh, is it because I only have one creature they can't respond to Thran's Vigil? Is that what's going on? I thought you could respond to the Thran Vigil. Because it says, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. I'm confused. It's maybe they were holding on to full control the whole time and they don't have a removal spell for this? Okay, well, I'm a bit confused. So opponent's playing a vampire deck. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Mono black vampire. They're not playing a version with Necropons. I can respect that. I played a version without the Necropons with the black market connection last time. Phyrexian Arena does the similar job, I think. Do I want Pithing Needle for Sorin? The thing is, if they get a Vein Ripper, I lose the game, right? I feel like I need to prevent that as much as possible, right? So maybe like 2 copies of Pithing Needle. Also, Bowmaster is going to be good, unironically. What is the cut here? What do we get rid of? I was thinking Thran's Vigil. Oh, you know what? I should have put in some Braids for opponent's Pithing Needle. So the workaround that is using the first day of class to get rid of a card that removes the artifact. There's that first day of class. We are very close to winning the game. We are actually very close. No, let's try to set up potential lethal. If the goblin, let's say I play Goblin Trapfinder, Phyrexian Tower, then I don't have red mana, so I can't do that. That's not good. I guess I do need to play the Trap Finder. I'll just play Pithing Needle. I think it's the Imperious Bloodlords, right? Oops, almost attacked there. It's gonna draw a card. Another Dark Ritual. Why did they do that? I think they thought it was a their main phase. I can kind of understand why you would make that mistake. Maybe I put the Giganta back. Like, I could gamble, sacrifice this to find the Putrid Goblin to win the game this turn. I think it's too risky. Let's just put the Giganta back and pass the turn. Potentially block with the Goblin Trapfinder. We'll see. Zealot. Because now... I mean, they're only dealing 2 damage a turn. Okay, never mind. I'll just let them attack. Bowmaster. Let me see what I get. Matron? Play the Matron. Gain mana. I have 3 mana left over after playing Goblin Matron. That is not enough to cast First Day of Class plus the... Okay. Then... let's go with... a Bowmaster. And I'll pass like this. I'm not playing the Matron here. Seems like they also have a Bowmaster. Now... okay, so I think we won, right? I mean, not technically. We have infinite mana. It's not a technical lethal, but... oh, that actually changes things. Yeah, that's game over. So first day of class. We're gonna go Matron. Grab a Putrid Goblin. Play the Putrid Goblin. Now sacrifice the Putrid Goblin to gain infinite mana. I could just go Pishalik Mons first, but I think opponent's gonna surrender. So we're gonna make it a little bit spicy. No! Okay, so the combo is like this, right? Let's say I didn't get Pishalik Mons, right? Let's say I didn't get Pishalik Mons. But because the first day of class gave me Mascot Exhibition, this is going to create a 3-2 onto the battlefield, and a 4-3 onto the battlefield, and a 5-5 onto the battlefield. So by itself, that's already dealing 12 damage. Haste, right? And then you have a Putrid Goblin, Goblin Matron, and a Skirt Prospector. That's 17 damage total with that's going in here. Obviously, they have some blockers, so I guess the Pishalik Mons is gonna help. But oh no, because we're also playing the Giganta as well, right? Giganta here as well. You could also get another card with the first day of class. In this particular scenario, I guess we can grab something like Introduction to Annihilation, or we could even grab a Start from Scratch, kill their Orcish Bowmaster. So there's a lot of choices. Okay, this might be Zoo, in which case it might be a pretty hard matchup, but we do have the combo here. We just need a Skirt Prospector or a way to sacrifice our Putrid Goblin. Let's go with a Blood Crypt. My opponent's probably thinking, oh, they have a Deathray Shaman, they're probably playing Jund. Yeah, it looks like it's Zoo. No! What? This is a Godless Shrine. Into a Once Upon a Time. Oh, it's a Winota deck. Oh, that's really... it's kind of annoying. Okay, we have literally everything set up. We just need to, like, get some way to sacrifice our creatures here. And we just kind of win the game. No. Goodbye, Putrid Goblin. The Giver of Ruin Star is so good, what they did. It's actually kind of unreal. It's kind of comical how good it is. Come on! Skirt Prospector, where are you at? Because if I play out the Juggernaut, they can just play the Anointed Peacekeeper, give the Anointed Peacekeeper protection from colorless, and block this for free. It's actually insane. But we do currently have a win next turn if we draw into a Skirt Prospector. Unless they tax my Putrid Goblin here. Why did this take so long? Does that do anything? Okay, so it's an activated ability. It doesn't say not a mana ability. What can we grab with the first day of class? Introduction to Annihilation. Okay. I think we just pass. They play Brutal Cathar in the deck. That's interesting. That's a lot of humans. Goblin Bombardment. Okay, we won the game, right? So we first day of class and Goblin Bombardment sacrifice our two creatures and they lose the game. I forgot about their Giver of Runes, by the way. But I can just do it on their upkeep as well. They didn't give protection. So they lost. Okay, we got lucky. They named Skirt Prospector, which is something that I would have actually named as well, but... So, I did a little bit of a misplay there, right? I should have played the Goblin Bombardment first, and then into a first day of class. So that's a little bit of a misplay there, but I don't think it would have mattered too much. We had another first day of class. I could have also just killed Brutal Cathar on their upkeep as well. So it is, I mean, it is definitely a gigantic misplay. But they'd have to have another Brutal Cathar, basically. The opponent's playing Winota. And Anointed Peacekeeper, very, very powerful against our deck. Aberrates and Fatal Push. In? How good is Thran Vigil? They play a Brutal Cathar. They also have Swords to Plowshare, which is also pretty annoying as well. Oh yeah, Orcish Bowmaster is probably not as good in this matchup. I'll cut a copy of a Dark Ritual. So I can probably expect something like some Swords, some Brutal Cathars. Ooh. If this was a fetch land, I'd be kind of down to keep it, like try it out, but yeah, a little risky. Give her Rune starts again. I could go Dark Ritual into Deathrite Shaman plus Thran Vigil. But I think I'm just going to play the Deathrite Shaman here. Probably a Juggernaut coming out. Juggernaut plus Giver Runes is so annoying. A Bowmaster. Rest in peace. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I didn't expect that. I definitely didn't expect that. But it makes sense that they would play Rest in Peace in that deck. We can potentially remove this if we get to 5 mana with the first day of class. We can grab this, right? Ancient Ziggurat. They have a Bowmaster. I think I'm just going to play a Berate on the Giver of Runes here. Yep. We expected that. Okay, so we lost this one. They had a pretty strong start. Double Giver Runes with into 4 lands into a Winota, and they had a Rest in Peace. I'm not sure if I mean, I didn't even have the combo anyways, so yeah, it's a bit rough. I think we just go again. They probably don't play more than like 2 copies of Rest in Peace. Okay. Play out the Trap Finder first. I'll set up a Bombardment next turn. We're almost at the finish line. We're missing a Putrid Goblin here, which the Goblin Trap Finder could find. Ooh, that's strong. Thoughtseize turn 1. They play a lot of non-creature spells for having a card like Ancient Ziggurat. I mean, you just take... What? Do they have an answer to Goblin Bombardment? Is that what I'm seeing, potentially? Maybe like a Fragment Reality. Rest in Peace again. I wonder how many copies they play. Yeah, I wonder how many copies they play. No creatures. Interesting. What should I grab? Maybe a Fatal Push, actually. Yeah, maybe a Fatal Push. Because Pashalikmon doesn't really do anything at the moment. I mean, Bowmaster would be actually kind of insane here, but we don't have that, so... I guess we'll just grab a Fatal Push. And pass the turn. We didn't get a creature, which is not what I want. Struggles. Yeah, unironically, Bowmaster would be so sick right now. Guess I'll grab that. That's additional damage. 2, I'm dealing 2 damage. I think we just pass. They're so low. Opponent is so freaking low. Brutal Qatar. I think it's the Skirt Prospector, right? They go to 4. Man, they're so low. I could fetch this now, but the Brutal Qatar is gonna transform. Is that okay? I mean, I guess it's fine. Yeah, it's whatever. Peddler. Bowmaster would have been so sick. But I sideboarded all of them out because I thought it was going to be bad. I honestly don't think you take anything. Because isn't this just going to give me a creature to play? Like, you're at 4. Do you really want to play a creature? Give me a creature here? Okay, they give me a creature. I feel like they should be starting to attack soon. Yeah, I feel like they need to attack soon. Trap Finder. That's another creature. That is another creature. Wow, that is absolutely insane what happened. Okay, so... I mean, you know, opponent did flood, so we got a little bit lucky there. If this were not Rest in Peace, I think I would have won, right? Because I think I did have the combo. So Rest in Peace, good call there. But because they started with not too many creatures, they played a lot. They played things like Thoughtseizes, and look at how many fetch lands they play. So I think they got a little bit too low on life and not having early game board, so they just kind of died and they couldn't fetch anymore for like surveillance and stuff. Okay, so we saw a little bit of this deck comboing off, but we also saw some games where our combo potential was shut down by hate cards like Leyline of the Void, Rest in Peace, things like that, but we were still able to win the game through our creature plan into Goblin Bombardment. After playing the game a bit, I have realized that Orcish Bowmaster is just absurdly broken in this deck, because if you pair it up with the Goblin Bombardment, especially in cases where opponent plays something like a Leyline of the Void or Rest in Peace, this single card can stall by blocking and dealing 3 damage total with the Goblin Bombardment. Besides that, we haven't really actually turn 2 comboed yet. It basically goes like this. If you have a Skirt Prospector on turn 1, turn 2, you Ritual into first day of class, Putrid Goblin, and just kind of win the game by fetching a Mascot Exhibition. This is going to deal exactly 13 damage total, but you can also grab a Giganta to your hand by getting infinite mana with the Skirt Prospector. So it's 13 damage total plus 6 damage you get from Giganta. Remember that all the creatures that are entering the battlefield right now has haste and +1/+1, right? So that's 19 damage with the Skirt Prospector and Putrid Goblin attacking, so that's additional 3 damage. So that's 22 damage in total. So you could just win like that, or you could, if you have a Goblin Matron, you could just grab a Pasholic Mons and call it a day. There's a lot of lines, but we haven't seen turn 2 combo with Dark Ritual. We have seen Skirt Prospector with the Putrid Goblin in first day of class multiple times, but not with Dark Ritual. Another thing I really like about Dark Ritual is ramping into Giganta. Turns out, getting a 5/5 out that doesn't get Fatal Push or Bolted is really, really good. I quite enjoy the fact that this deck can play something like Giganta. So answers to Rest in Peace, we do have an introduction to Annihilation that you can get with the first day of class. Obviously, it's a lot of mana, but I don't see how we can... I mean, we'd have to run something like a Boseiju in the sideboard. Show and Tell meta, we do have to have 4 copies of Roiling Vortex, and against Pitting Needle, stopping our something like Goblin Bombardment, and the fact that this can also get rid of creatures like Jar Soul. I think Abrade is pretty cool, and we have 2 copies of Fatal Push against other creature decks, and against Necropons, obviously, Pitting Needle, very good. Soaring combo deck, Pitting Needle, very good. Yagamoth, Pitting Needle, very good. So that's really the deck. You could even cut things like Environmental Science. I would leave these 3 in though, but you could cut an Environmental Science for something else if you want. This is a combo piece. I don't know, maybe they have something like Serra's Emissary, right? You have infinite mana, you could exile Serra's Emissary with this. So yeah. Do I think this deck is good? I think it's decent. But I don't think it's outside of anything other than decent. Like, you've seen some of the games that I played, right? If opponent just carved it out perfectly, I don't think I could have stopped anything. If I combo out on turn 2, if I can consistently combo out on turn 2 every single time, yes, this deck would be kind of busted, but it is, you know, it is to combo off on turn 2, like Skirt Prospector, Dark Ritual, Putrid Goblin, first day of class. This is a 4-card combo. Pair that up with 2 lands, that's a 6-card combo. You can't really expect this deck to be anything out of decent. It's just a fun deck, rank reset it, so I want to give it a go. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. That was me testing out Goblin Putrid combo deck in Thomas format, and it's decent. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.